Talking some Penn State football again. These guys deserve our support. Coach Smith deserves our support. Gronkmeyer deserves our support. But some changes need to be made. And we're going to dive into that. For those of you guys that aren't supporting this team, you're crazy. They need everybody.
You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
Welcome back in, everybody, to another episode of the Mark Lesko Podcast. Jared J-Rod should be joining me. We'll see here, but might just be a solo episode tonight. Wanted to talk some stats from last night's games, college football news. You know, there are people out there that I've seen that are criticizing Terry Smith, criticizing the players, saying we're at the it was a good effort stage. All kinds of stuff. First of all, Terry Smith deserves all the credit in the world for what they did last night. He had very little time. You know, with college football, you don't get a lot of hours with the players. It's all limited by the NCAA. They lost by 1 to Iowa, a team that is, as far as I know, fully intact. Have no guys out, still have their head coach. I mean, Terry Smith deserves all the credit in the world, and if you guys aren't supporting Terry Smith, of all people, then you need to get off your wagon. You need to my bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, if you guys, Jared, welcome in. If you guys aren't supporting this team, then you need to stop watching because you need to support this. This team needs our support. Again, they lost by 1 with, I think it's 20 hours of preparation for the head coach and Terry Smith.
That's a lot to deal with, man.
Yeah, and they've been through a lot. This team has been through a lot. Gronkmeyer stepped. I mean, again, they lost by 1 on the road. First time, redshirt freshman, first time starting on the road. That's a very hostile environment. Peacock did not do that crowd noise justice. And they lost by 1. I mean, they should have won. You know, they should have won. That would have been amazing if they did, just to put Franklin's words in the dirt. Overall, some things need cleaned up. Terry Smith still has to do some things differently and clean some things up. Hopefully starting with the offensive coordinator, and I think he will, because last night looked a lot better, but there was a few calls that were very dumb and questionable, but Gronkmeyer's 2 interceptions, it is what it is.
Yeah.
People are saying we're at the good effort stage. Yeah, our head coach just got fired and our starting quarterback went down. So yes, we are at this effort stage. It's been 1 week. So Gronkmeyer just maybe get some touchdowns, but he managed the game pretty well. Katron is a monster, 145 on his own, 2 touchdowns. Definitely need to pass the ball better and more, get more guys involved. Kobe Howard got in. I saw Tysier Denmark. That's good to see. Terry Smith, again, played for Joe Paterno, was an undersized guy, worked his tail off, worked his way up through the coaching ranks. And all the credit goes to James Franklin for hiring him and making him an assistant head coach, even though he probably should have been the head coach in the first place over Franklin. He's a Penn State guy, guys. And, you know, we talked about it last night. I don't know why his eyes were watering, but I think he was just so fired up. It was a really intense moment for him, and he's very focused. He's the definition of a Penn State guy. So he needs our support fully. And I'm very happy that we have a new head coach. And besides the injury part to Aller, I'm glad we have a new quarterback, but I'm not happy that Aller was hurt.
No, of
He
course
doesn't
not.
deserve that. And
No.
he was screwed here at Penn State, unfortunately,
Yeah.
by inferior coaching. But
again, he had Kodanicki for quite some time, but I mean, you're looking at what it looks like with a 5-star. And yeah, I know that Grunkenmeyer is a young guy. He's a freshman, but for what he had to go through, I mean, again, I commend him for putting on as good a show as he possibly could have. I mean, he didn't do anything truly that would have made me go, oh my God, he's going to ruin this game. I mean, the passes for the interceptions. I mean, yeah, it was just unfortunate that had to occur. But again, that's growing pains, bud. You know, you're thrown into a hostile environment. You have to go on the road for your first full game. I mean, I said last night, dude, it was an important test for a young guy to go through. And listen, if there's ever a time for you to know that you've been battle tested, like I said last night again, between Iowa, at Ohio State, and then you're home for Indiana. I mean, Indiana, did I see right there number 2 in the country now?
yeah,
Good gosh. You're facing a team on the road like Iowa, and then you have to go face not the number 1 team on the road, but then you got to go home and face the number 2 team at home. If there is never a time for you to be tested, I don't know what will. He can honestly say he's going to go through his career at Penn State saying, I started my first 3 games with the toughest schedule you could pretty much ask for.
Yeah, and this is no insult to Ohio State or Indiana, but I think they're going to be good games, and I think if Coach Smith beats just one of them, he should be in serious consideration for the head coach, as long as James Franklin is blocked on his phone. And if he beats both of them, then I think he should be our head coach. And they can do that. So these games still have a lot of meaning. We can still make a bowl game. Beating 1 and 2 back to back. Hopefully that's how it is. We want to see the Big Ten at the top.
Yep.
And, you know, he should, after last night, I think there should be some serious consideration. I like him a lot. And
yeah, I mean,
you know,
for what I saw from him with the players on the sidelines, how he was managing, like, you know, the emotions. I mean, I think it was a very well managed game. Like I said, Grunkenmeyer didn't do anything I didn't see last night that made me go, wow, I think this game is going to get completely out of hand. And again, the defense for Iowa, I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's elite or great. You know, by Big Ten standards, it's always tough to play in Iowa, no matter if the team's defense or offense have any big rankings or not. You just have to appreciate those circumstances, knowing that you had to do something. And I feel like we always were moving the ball. Like, I don't think we had a whole lot of punts. Like, you know, that was the thing with even Drew Aller. I thought that there was a lot of 3 and outs with Aller that were just kind of like, man, it just seemed like we were constantly being stopped and having to take momentum away from the game. But I never felt like that with Grunkenmeyer. I always felt like the team was on the field just as much as the defense was. And again, that's a huge thing to see, especially against a road team.
Yeah, Grunk made a lot of plays on his own. He was mobile. He moved around. 3 and outs, like maybe I could be wrong, but I think there was like a handful, honestly. There wasn't that many. So,
yeah,
that was good to see. But again, we saw young guys get in. But, you know, usual suspects, Zaki had a great game. I mean, no surprise there. AC had a good game. AJ had a good game. Keon Wiley, a young guy, got in. King Mack, kind of a young guy, but he's been playing. Alonzo, Nwasu looked good. There was a lot of Yvonne Kamaju. I think Chaz Coleman is hurt or something. He wasn't in, I don't think. But Corey Smith, Cam Wallace, they all got their hands on the ball. So, you know, it was good to see. But this team is very talented. And there's some depth, so I think they should try and get just everybody they can on the field.
Yeah, Mark, educate me a little bit. How many of them are seniors? Can you go through the list again and just tell me which of these guys are seniors?
Aller, Katron, Nick, Trevor, Devontae, Kyron Hudson, Khalil Dinkins, I believe, Zaki, Dom. Well, I think, yeah, Zaki's a senior. AC, I think he can come back. He's a junior. AJ can technically come back. Keon Wiley, he's like a sophomore. DeJuan Lane's a junior. King Mack's a junior. I think Zion's a junior. Alonzo, I believe he's a senior. Soraya, I believe, is a senior. Denai's a senior. So we're going to lose a lot of guys.
Okay. I was just
which is
curious
all
to feel like what would be the big picture, like moving forward. You know, you're talking about bringing a new guy in for next season. I'm not saying we completely forget about this season. I'm just saying I think it's important to know what the game plan really will be for 2026, because again, we're really just using 2025 as the stepping stone for the next big step. I mean, truly, there's so much to have to prep for, to know what's coming down the line. I just feel like we're very much in this position because, again, the circumstances were that Franklin and them just apparently had a lot of miscommunication. The offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator and him, I don't know if they all saw eye to eye or they were just constantly in, like, you know, in fluctuation with each other. I don't know. It just seemed like there was no real communication. And I just feel like we need to know what that plan will be with the coaching staff, because again, leadership is everything. Everything comes from the coaching. If you want these players to play better, you got to put them in the right mindset. Do you know any of the significance of the IF t-shirts? Did you see that little thing yesterday when they arrived at the stadium? They had all these IF t-shirts on.
Yeah. First, Jared, next year, there's really no way to know.
Yeah.
What the roster will be. Our current guys could leave, they could stay. We could get some recruits back. We could keep, you know, our lost recruits could stay away. There's really no way to know, man. We don't know who the coaches are going to be. The whole staff could be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the roster could be gone. We don't know, but Coach Smith, he should be supported, and this roster should be supported because we have a good roster. And again, credit goes to Franklin. These guys should be supported because if they do well and they upset one of the good teams we play, you know, that could mean a lot of good for the future. You know, our coaches, if it works out for Coach Smith, then a lot of these guys will stay. You know, that's the thing. Kotelnicki could go on and we could lose coaches too. You know, you just don't know. They could leave on their own as well. But yeah, game plan would be to attack the portal big time for sure. Attack the portal. That's what they'll have to rely on heavily. And people ask me, you know, when can we win a national title? I'd say it's probably going to be minimum 4 years before we're in serious consideration, which is fine. We were going to have a down year anyway, but with Franklin, we knew we weren't going to do anything above a certain threshold unless they played uncharacteristically under him. No offense to the players, but yeah, attack the portal. But the if – that's a Joe Paterno thing. If is like, you know, if I give max effort, you know, if I do this, if I do that, good things will happen. That's what the if means.
Okay.
But again, that's a nod to Joe Paterno again from Terry Smith. And again, he was coached by Joe Paterno, man. And he worked his way up through the ranks. I mean, the guy's a good coach. I went to bed with Steve Jones' voice in my head last night. LOL. I was complaining about him last night. We were on our drive home. I was watching the game at someone's house, and I was complaining about him because he's a heck of a nice guy. But, man, when you listen to him, he gets excited about both teams, which is pretty annoying.
That is.
And he can't speak ill of Penn State, you know, which – I would never do that. They could offer me $1 million and I wouldn't do that. But that's just not what this podcast is. But yeah, Chris, Jared, you the man. Yeah. So
thanks, bud. Thanks, Penn State guy.
Yeah, that's why we need to support this team, man, because we don't know what it's going to be, but the better we do, the better. Franklin's no longer the head coach, thank God. So I am now excited for Penn State football, and I can cheer fully. I've always cheered fully, but I can cheer with a happier heart for this team, knowing that he's gone. So,
but you know, the thing about it is, you said it's a testament to his recruiting, because again, this team is still the team. Like, I understand that a coach needs to be there for leadership and everything, and Terry Smith so far has shown as much of leadership as I can ask for from a fan. I mean, he has not done anything to warrant any negativity, any kind of, you know, why this choice, like, you know, how much longer? No, I feel like this guy has done everything he can to put them in the best place to do something. Because again, like you said, Penn State guys know the traditions. They know exactly what they need to prepare for. And again, this is an Iowa team that was 4-2. They could have easily been ranked. They have some names. Like, I know that this team has always put themselves in a really good position to do something like Iowa. And so the fact that we stayed toe-to-toe with them, and yes, I understand that we had a little bit of luck, last night with that, what was that, a 65-yard attempt from the kicker? Like, what the heck was that? I mean, that was comical. I'm like, they're going to make a 65-yarder in college. And of course, that was the return. And it was like, oh gosh, we have the momentum now. And we were going to get the ball back. And I saw that in the first drive that we did. I think it was a 3-and-out kind of situation. It's just like, man. But yeah, it's definitely the whole environment that you have to go into with all the circumstances. The first game without James Franklin, all of the noise that was, going on through the week. These poor players, they have social media. They know what the national media was going to have on them. Like, it's tough. And then I don't know if the kids saw the interview on ESPN. I don't know if they could watch it or what, but you see, like, that's your former coach saying about how he's going to find a championship elsewhere. And it's like, gosh, if that doesn't fuel you as a player, it's like, this is the guy that brought me here. And he says about going to find a championship somewhere else. That's not right. There is nothing right about trying to make it sound like this is an afterthought. I mean, if I'm the player, it's like, I got to use this as the fuel that it is and try my darndest to prove that wrong. Like, there's a chance that you can get something and make it happen for your organization, your university. And I was very impressed. Like, it was a really hard-fought game. And yes, it was unfortunate that it had to happen against the defense, because that's what we're known for. Penn State's always been known for a great defense and a great running game. And not having that in that moment was rough. But again, you just try your darndest to learn from week by week and move on.
Yeah. Chris, I'll see you later, man. So many programs in the same situation: Florida, Florida State, Wisconsin, LSU, and more to come. And that's another thing too. Yeah, it's very true. We're going to talk a little bit about college football, but people say, like, well, good luck doing better than Franklin, or programs would kill to be in our situation, which, if the head coach says that, that is an absolutely horrible thing to say. He never got it. He didn't understand.
Oh.
And again, he is an absolute clown, but yeah, they are. Florida, Florida State, Wisconsin, LSU. Like, Florida State, they might fire their coach. Billy Napier's gone. Wisconsin is in a similar. LSU, which is crazy. Brian Kelly. Terry, yeah, he is in an unfair situation to show what he got. These OCs and DCs, and credit goes to Franklin for that. Thanks, Franklin.
Yeah.
That was an absolutely horrendous calling of plays by both sides of the ball. No spy on the quarterback. His stats were absolutely horrendous. Mark Gronkowski, Timu Will Levis last night, 68 yards passing, one interception, 130 rushing yards. Like, how you should be spying that guy after, like, the first quarter. And it was so predictable what was going to happen. He's going to run the ball. He did it twice on us, and extremely predictable situations. Like, it's pathetic, but hopefully former coach realizes he needs not to say anything more. Yep. Have some class, coach. Yep. Well, he's not going to. He can't help but yap his trap. So how many games do coordinators lose mainly due to their ego and inability to accept their game plan is not working and refuse to make adjustments? On our team, all of them.
All of them.
The moment you lower the standard with saying other programs would like kill to be in our position, then you make it acceptable to be less. Yeah, it's insane that he ever said that, but it's James Franklin, so what do you expect? But the quarterback, man, like, he wasn't that good, and they made him look like Lamar Jackson, honestly. It was insane.
It was insane.
Kamari Moulton, another guy that had a bunch of yards. And then receiving-wise, the highest reception was 2 receptions for 21 yards. That's it. They just ran the ball. The quarterback ran the ball. He beat us, like, single-handedly pretty much.
But that's when you don't have linebackers. That's when you don't have, like, the wall that you need to have up front to take care of that, isn't it? I mean, that's why you're linebacker you, and I know you haven't been that for quite some time, but that's the crazy thing about this situation. We had a nickname for quite some time, and that was the one thing we were really missing last night.
Yeah, you end up becoming Virginia Tech now, constantly in the top 10. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't compare us to really any other school. We are Penn State. We're different. in a good way on many levels. I'm not worried about becoming an inferior program. That will not happen at Penn State. That will never happen. Too much is invested in this football program at this school, money-wise. Pat Kraft is invested, even though what's his name thought he should be fired. Yeah, we're not in the top 25. Of course we're not. Like we're not gonna be for a while. Yeah, that you're right, Ohio Buckeye Mark. All the Big Ten, like all these top teams, Indiana now, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, I want them all to be good. I want them to be knockdown, drag out games every time we play each other. That's better for the Big Ten. And I hate Ohio State, but I respect them and I'm in full support of them right now. I hope they again, I said the Big Ten would be the dominant conference years ago, and they are. And I mean, we're 1-2 right now, so it's awesome. But yeah, it would be cool to see Penn State great again, and beating Ohio State every once in a while. Like, even Joe struggled with that, but Joe was a real coach.
Yep.
But real quick, I'm not. We're not going to go off on a tangent here, but I've been watching the Ed Gein thing on Netflix, and that is a disturbing series, I'll say. But the other day, someone asked me. Someone asked me for scary movie ideas, and I gave her like post-it notes, 2 post-it notes, and I said, like, what kind of scary are we talking about? Like, the kind of scary I like is like it traumatizes you for the rest of your life, and sometimes you have nightmares about it. That's what kind of scary movies I like. I mean, like a Serbia film, like Megan is Missing, like those are disturbing movies. Poughkeepsie Tapes, those are like disturbing, scary movies. That's the kind of scary movie. I like horror movies.
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, I don't like gore. So I'm like, well, all right. So I told her Paranormal Activity, Insidious, The Conjuring. Yeah. She saw Insidious, and then the other one, not Insidious, but I just said it, didn't I?
You did. Yeah, I thought you said
Sinister.
Okay.
I told her like the movie Hush, It Follows, movies like that. That's what I told her to watch because they're not like gory, but they're scary. So, but yeah, the Ed Gein thing, like that monster series on Netflix is really good, and they did one on Dahmer. I
remember hearing about that.
What's the brothers in California that killed their parents?
The Menendez boys.
Menendez boys. Uncle June calls them the Esposito brothers or something like that. But Menendez brothers, that's good. But man, the Menendez one, that is insane, man.
That's crazy.
No Country for Old Men actor. What's his name? Bordeaux.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
No, not him.
Javier
Bordeaux.
Bardem.
Javier Bardem plays the father.
He is amazing. He's an amazing actor.
He is. But the Ed Gein thing, man, like I heard about him a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But and I didn't know this, but he didn't even go to jail. He went to an insane asylum. But Charlie Hunnam is playing him in that man, it's just they don't hold anything back, really. Honestly, it's disturbing, but yeah, watch it. It's good.
Listen, there's many people that watch that ID network. I mean, I hear stories about people, if they're not watching horror films, they're watching the investigation, channel. And it's just like, great. It's nice to know that everyone has some theory or some fascination with people who are cut open or, slain and, missing and decapitated and, beheaded. I mean, it's just incredible how I'm like, guys, I like movies, but I like when everyone's all attached and breathing.
Yeah, the ID voice is. I would love to have that guy on here talking on my podcast. Him and Casey Kasem. But we need best horror films are ones that make the viewer feel total isolation with a threat present but not visible. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like,
well, dude, again, I'll just throw my 2 cents in on this subject. I force myself to watch certain things if it's the Oscars because, again, I'm a big movie guy. And I watch the Oscars every year, and The Substance was nominated last year. Did you hear about that movie with Demi Moore and what's her name? Margot Qualley. Whew. Don't eat anything before you watch that movie. That movie is just, it's insanely, like, the details and everything in that movie. That was just an incredible.
The Lovely Bones is another one. Like, honestly, like, dude, there's some people that are like, I couldn't watch that. And I'm like, listen, I think every young girl at some age should watch The Lovely Bones, because that hits it home enough. But Megan is Missing is another one. Like, if you're a young girl and you watch those movies, you're going to be safe for the rest of your life. You're going to carry mace. Like, you know, I have a little sister, and I always tell, you know, because where I work, we have students, and when I get a chance, you know, if there's like one of the students, I'm like, do you have mace? Yes. All right. Keep it on you. All right. Just always have that mace on you. All right. But I think they should watch those movies, because then they'll always have one eye open in a good way. But yeah, to get back into football, yeah, that's another thing I was going to say. Like, we need to play the younger guys. Okay. Denmark, Kobe Howard. We need to play Chaz Coleman, Yvonne Kamaju, Owen Wafel, Davian Collins, Dakari Nelson. Like, bro, we have deep, talented depth here pretty much everywhere. People are crapping on the linebackers. I get it, but dude, instead of playing Dom DeLuca, play one of the younger guys. The best thing you can do right now is put them on the field, because no one's expecting us to win, really. You know what I mean? So put them in, get them time, get them experience. And the way they performed last night, they can do that. But Coach K should be gone before Monday. He should be. Yes. Hire Manny. Yeah, he can't start next week. But Kotelnicki is such a joke. Yes, he is. And he's hired by James Franklin. 2 more fired coaches, Napier and Norvell.
Really?
Wait, you just said Jay Norvell?
That's what he said.
Wow, really? When did that happen? Wow, 4 hours ago he was fired. Wow, I did not know that.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm on Hayes Fawcett right now. I didn't post about it yet. That's interesting. But yeah, man. I mean, we need to play the younger guys, and they just, first of all, like I said, no one's expecting us to win right now, but we have enough depth and talent that even if they're not totally ready, put them in and get them experience. That's what they need to do right now.
Right. Again,
but yeah,
what we talked about with Ohio State, we're going to Ohio State. I mean, would that be the perfect game to really throw these young guys in? It's like, here, have fun with the toughest team in the country right now.
You know,
I mean, that sounds like a good test to me.
The old saying is born by fire.
Yep.
You know, I worked at a restaurant once. I was a waiter, and they put me back in the kitchen one time, and dude, I had no idea what I was doing. And the owner came in, he laughed. He's like, "Born by fire." Colorado State fires Norvell too. Wow. Wait, Mike Norvell fired, and wow, and then Colorado State Norvell, he was fired too. That's crazy. So yeah, a lot of guys are getting fired, man. Andy K, new OC at Tulane. Yeah, he should be like a grad assistant there. Andy K to Tulane. Wait, what? Yeah, I didn't miss anything, did I?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Yeah, he shouldn't even be coaching at Tulane, man. They're too of a good program for him to coach at. It's like the 1984 season where we had bad season with the senior heavy lineup, and then Joe said, if it put the best player out there, it means the younger wide receivers need to get a chance. They need to put the best guys on the field. That's it. Franklin didn't get his extension, which I believe led to him quitting on the team, which he did because he's a clown. And he didn't play. He played the NIL politics, and it backfired on him, and he's fired. Thank you, Lord God, he was fired. Yes. But yeah, they need to put the best guys on the field, man. I mean, the issue is Andy Kotelnicki. He's not scheming these receivers, I don't think, well enough because you know, if you watch Landon Tangwell's like breakdowns, he he breaks it down, man. Like he says, like they're not being schemed right, and like sometimes they're blocking, and it just doesn't make any sense. So part of it is the offensive scheme is horrendous. It was better this week, and it wasn't even Knowles' worst game, but they're not scheming them right. So if that changes, I think we'll see better wide receiver play. But yeah, if there's a lack of effort, then they need to play who wants to play. Kobe Howard, unfortunately, I think will be gone because he's so good and he's not playing. And like Terry Smith last night, he was chewing out Singleton on the sideline, which I love to see. I don't think I ever saw that once with James Franklin.
No.
Kiffin is most likely to go to Florida. He tried crapping on PSU by saying his daughters aren't. Yeah, dude, that's what I said yesterday. That's what I said yesterday. I was like, man, I don't know how Penn State will financially recover from that $70K. I mean, that was an absolutely horrendous interview. He is no class. Absolutely. No. Yeah, exactly. He was just, but again, I've been saying it for years, guys. Like, and then he shows his true colors on game day, which that whole interview was so pointless. If you're that good, you don't need to go on national TV and pitch yourself. Amen. I think he's just desperate for a job. He has to get a job. He wants to coach, which I hope there's no schools dumb enough to hire him. He can't even be an OC. He's horrible at that. So he has to get a job. I think he's desperate. That's why he did that. I mean, he's a clown. The biggest threat to our head coach search is Florida. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a threat necessarily. I know what you're saying, but I don't know if that's necessarily a threat. It definitely stiffens the competition.
Yeah.
But
that was Napier, right?
Napier, yeah. And then Keemon Spell, he committed to Notre Dame, which is hilarious because Notre Dame fans were saying, like, we're going to get Keemon Spell. And our season collapsed. So, yeah, that obviously increases their chances. But he was being a real diva towards the end in his recruiting. Like, we lost to UCLA. He's like, yeah, I don't know about Penn State. It's like, why? Because we lost a game? Like, you must have not been really committed to Penn State if you're not going there because of a loss. Like, you need to humble yourself, kid. I'll say that. But I think he's going to go to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to do Notre Dame and do nothing relevant. And then he'll probably transfer because of his character and stuff. So, yeah. Keegan-Michael Key's available. Yeah, if he does a great James Franklin, then he should stay far away from State College.
Yeah.
What would James Franklin go to Wisconsin when Fickle gets fired? I mean, like, I don't know, but I'd rather have Fickle on my staff than James Franklin. That's for sure. I don't know, man. Like I said, that interview yesterday he did, I think it hurt him. I mean, he made himself look like an absolute clown. Seriously. Yeah. Like, it did. I don't think any big school is going to hire him. Seriously. Like, they're just, no.
I mean, personally, I think he should go to like UCLA. I think he should go like way out west. I mean, does Arizona State need a new head coach? Does maybe Oregon State would love to have some guy like that. I mean, that's really what his level of coaching would be. A school that wants to do something great, but they're never going to win the big game.
Arctic Teeth, do you think I mean as a head coach? Is that what you mean? Or because I don't mean that. I said on the staff, not as a head coach. Yeah, I would 100% want Fickle over James Franklin. Good Lord. I know high school coaches I would rather take over James Franklin.
No, the weather's too nice. No, the weather's too nice there. We don't want him to enjoy it.
Nah, dude. He'll be able to wear his dumb sunglasses there, though. By the way, his glasses are prescription. I know that for a fact. So I always wondered, either he has contacts in when he wears those sunglasses or his sunglasses are also prescription.
Maybe they're all, what's that tinted thing? The thing where it changes your glasses?
Transitions, no.
Transition lenses, thank you.
No, I think he must wear contacts because his glasses were prescription. But Alaska, yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
The Alaska Beavers.
But whale blubbers? I thought they were the whale blubbers.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, like, we got to support our team. We need to get more younger guys in the rotation, 100%. I want to see way more rotation running back. Please put in Cam Wallace or Quentin Martin or Corey Smith or Tyke Hayes over Singleton. Please, God. We're going to lose all of them because they're not playing.
Right.
I mean, Singleton is just not that good. No offense to him. Like, he's definitely a good kid. And I'm old enough to call him a kid. but I'm not old enough to call him son. I'm old enough to call him kid.
Yeah.
But I think Urban Meyer would be an awesome. Yeah, I think that's the guy that they should.
That's pretty much the name I'm seeing too.
That,
for the longest time, I wanted Marcus Freeman, but it doesn't seem like he's leaving Notre Dame. I think that would be the ideal, because he seems like he's a young guy. He knows how to really recruit. And again, he knows how to deal with a really, tough alumni system. So, again, Notre Dame and Penn State, they're not that different in the sense of dealing with alumni.
Yeah, and Marcus Freeman, man, he would come and he would have a good fan base behind him. Notre Dame is absolutely atrocious fan base, and he'd bring all these good PA guy recruits. So,
yeah,
that's pretty much all I have to say on Penn State. He's young enough; he can come in, and I think that's there. From what I hear and going with my gut, they're absolutely trying to get him right now, like doing everything they can in their power to get him here. So. I wouldn't be surprised if they hire him. I wouldn't be surprised. And they asked Nick Saban on game day, would you coach? And his wife answered for him. Honestly, I don't really want him. I don't know. He's a network guy now.
Are you kidding? No way.
Yeah, and he's a network guy. And him and Franklin have the same agent, so that's why they were saying that stuff pretty much. But, he always says, I'm not married, man, but if I called my girl Miss whatever, I think that's weird. He always calls her Miss Terry. And I'm like, is she your second grade teacher, or, are you married to her? I don't know. He always calls her Miss Terry. I'm like, okay. And he says that a lot, but his wife answered for him. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I think they're trying to be cute game day, which they're not. And Pat McAfee's a clown. Anything but Matt Rule, man. Yeah, here's the thing, man. I think he's still definitely a consideration. Not that I agree with it necessarily, but I think they would still consider him for sure. Because, again, he's at Nebraska, guys. Like, he would have tons and tons of support here. I don't know. Retired retread tires coaches are out there. Ed Orgeron, yep. David Shaw, Les Miles. David Shaw, he's a good example of someone that, could come here. I think let me see.
I'm so sorry, dude. My computer decided to shut down on me. I don't know what the heck happened.
It's all good. David Shaw. And then there was another guy that coached at Penn State at one point. What was his name? Jim Caldwell. That's another guy. He coached at Penn State at one point. And Frank Reich, I think his dad coached at Penn State. I think that's his tie to Penn State. His dad coached here at one point.
Sounds right.
David Shaw, okay. There's a lot of, like Les Miles, man, I don't remember exactly what went down at LSU, but he was a good coach. But he's older now, and Iowa celebrating after beating a down Penn State is laughable. Garbage program. Iowa didn't win the game. Andy Kotelnicki lost it. Yeah, but that's what they always did under Franklin. They didn't lose games, man. They just gave them away. They always did that. They did it last year against Ohio State. They did it against freaking Notre Dame. They did it against Oregon. But how were they celebrating? I didn't even notice. I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
After that kid ran that first down, that quarterback, we left.
Thanks for pointing that out, dude.
What exactly did they do?
What do you mean celebrate? I didn't see that myself, dude. All I know is that I remember the other day someone commented about how Iowa, gifted us 14 points. If anything, they gifted us 7. Because again, when you go for a 65-yard field goal and we just run it back on you, that's on you technically. Don't do things like that. Just get rid of the football and go to the halves 10-7, and maybe it would have been even worse game after that. But we went in with momentum and we kept the game close. That's all you can ask for from this situation. I couldn't be happier for these guys. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm predicting more similar kind of outcomes with these next couple of weeks. Again, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying if we can even have an inkling of those situations happen with these games, I think that's a victory too. Because even if you want to beat these guys, the most important thing is you just don't want to lose the game by beating yourselves. And that's exactly what we didn't do technically. I mean, that last touchdown could have been avoided. I get that, but it was just back and forth. And back in the heads, we knew that we weren't going to beat Iowa just with the circumstances. It just seems like there's always going to be something that derails it. I mean, when we scored that touchdown with 9 minutes to go in the third, we were up 21-10. I mean, I think everyone thought it was going to happen. But, again, play calling and bad, protection from defense. They would just let the guys run all over the place in the second half. Again, Gronkowski or Gronowski, however you say his name, I mean, he was all over the place, dude. So just realize that you made mistakes and good luck next week. We're going to be having a very fun time breaking this one down.
Yeah, 179 subscribers away from 1K. Arctic Teeth, you're right. Again, you guys will be able to support us soon, but I think by the time, you have to get approved and everything. And I think by the time we get approved, we're going to be at 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours. And that's just in 1 year, all that. So we could be at the next tier by the time we get approved because it takes a while. But, yeah, man, thank you guys for your support. The fan base and head coach saying they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, they're not even close. No. One of their podcasters said it was the best Iowa game. Of course he did. If Iowa football and a podcast are tied together, I mean, that right there alone is a joke. So what's up, man? Evil James Franklin. 2 plays, 75 yards, and 102. Yeah. Yeah, like that those runs are so predictable by that quarterback, man. When they were up 21-10, like you just said, I thought, yeah, they could come back and win. But this isn't James Franklin anymore, so it was the offensive play calling. I mean, it's clearly an issue. James Franklin was a huge red flag, but who he hired is also some of his hires are a huge red flag. Terry Smith is not one of them. Nope. Deion Barnes, he hasn't done bad. His line hasn't done bad, but I think they need a more experienced guy in that position at such a important coaching spot.
Yeah,
like a Larry Johnson. It's just an example, but yeah, Poindexter, he's top of the line. Dan Connor will be top of the line. Jordan Lucas, he's up there too. He's now the defensive backs coach. Troutwine, I still have a lot of confidence in him. Stan Drayton, Terry Smith. I mean, those are good coaches, but again, they were hired. Besides, those guys, really, you got to question James Franklin's hiring. I mean, the guy is clearly off his rocker. So, yeah. Kirk Ferentz said he made the call on the field goal and basically took the blame for that. Yeah, he should.
Yeah,
we will know our coach probably in December, right? Yeah, we'll know it in December. Kirk Ferentz is lucky the football gods cursed Penn State with 2 incompetent coordinators. Yeah, they are. Because Andy Kotelnicki lost us the game. Our defense did well enough, besides the horrible coaching, that, they did enough that we should have won. But Kotelnicki lost us the game. His play calling, again, was just horrendous. I mean, The guy is – his job is calling plays for a college football team, and he's horrible at it. So his literal only job he's bad at, like Franklin. So it makes sense that Franklin hired him. But, the thing is, guys, soon we could see our offensive coordinator get fired. I think Noel stays, because I think his system, you need some time. Kotelnicki is just out in left field, playing with the grass. We don't know what he's doing. He's not paying attention. So, I mean, they've hit 4 ground balls past him, and he's not even looking at it. So, is everyone blind in that coaching room? Who is letting AK keep his job? I don't know. But I have a lot of respect for Terry Smith, and I'll have even more respect for him when he fires Kotelnicki, because I think it will happen. He's going to lose this the Ohio State game. He'll lose this the Indiana game. He'll lose this probably other games we're not supposed to lose. Running on 3rd and 4 with Singleton up the middle on the last drive was insane. Yeah, that was why Singleton and why run. 2 things right there. I almost broke my arm punching a wall. I didn't punch a wall, but I almost punched a wall when they did that. And then when he ran that long run at the end, I got up. I'm like, dude, why? Of course they're not spying him. Of course they're not. Why would they? That would make sense. Which John Woo movie killers 89 or hard-boiled 92 can't decide which to watch with English dub? I don't know what that is, man. Jared might, but I
horror
don't know what
films?
that
I'm
is.
assuming they're horror films because we were having
Yeah.
that big discussion.
But one thing about that Ed Gein documentary too is Alfred Hitchcock's in it, and they go through like Psycho, and then the one guy that made Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They made it out to be that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was made after Ed Gein, but that was actually a real life event, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, kind of. But the fact that they tied Ed Gein there, and I'm on the last episode, and they're just now showing Ted Bundy, and Hong Kong action. Okay.
In that case, hard boiled sounds better.
Yeah. Is John Woo a knockoff of John Wick? But even though he's not a killer. But to go through like some more college football news. Hayes Fawcett, they don't have it up. That's weird. But Norvell from Colorado State was fired. Keemon Spells, crystal ball to Notre Dame. Billy Napier was fired at Florida. Dude, I'm not trying to dude, a grown man calls himself Billy. I don't know, man. It just doesn't, I don't know. There's just something about that I'm like,
yeah.
How about just go by Bill? How about that? But yeah, Billy Napier is fired. It was like 75% PSU, 25% our fans.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon fans last year at Indy. Of course it was. No, yeah. John Woo was the original. Oh, really? Okay. Hellboy. Chow Yun Fat is the original John Wick. Okay.
Oh, wow.
You learn something new every day.
I've known that name.
Yeah, Billy Napier's
gone.
Crouching
Tiger, Hidden Dragon. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Yeah, he's a good actor.
All right. You know what? I'll just go through the timeline. It'll probably pull it up. Past Kurt Warner, moving to third all time. He should have the record by the end. Please get him the record. Please, God. He deserves it.
You know what, Guy? I've said that.
443 away from the all-time leader.
Yeah. Did you see the link I sent you with him? Yeah. I mean, he made that statement. Katron. It was like a little thing he said after the game. Like it was a little clip. Someone got a hold of him. He had an interview, and he said in the interview, like, why did you play so hard, when you knew you had a tough game? And he says, because I am a Penn State guy. This is my job. I go out there and I do it. I'm out here like the Katron. He's like, I'm out here to do what I'm supposed to do for my team. I'm here to play for these guys. I give it 100% all the time. And it's just like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear from these players. Like all you want from these guys from this point forward is to always just give 100%. Like, it's not a question of 90 or 85. I understand that's still a passing grade, but when you have situations like this, you just got to go out there and give it everything you got.
Yeah. Hey, and again, I hope he does break the record, but yeah, Jared, that's another thing about Coach Smith. Like a lot of good recruiting we've had is because of him. Like he's a great recruiter too. That's why I would consider him.
That's true.
No, I wasn't at Indy last year, Arctic Teeth. Allen is, again, James Franklin's a coach, so I'm not spending my money on a game. Allen is the only one that cares, it seems. Yeah, please get Matt Rule off of everyone's list. 0-12 so far, yeah. Hard-boiled most killed count for a movie. Holy moly. All right.
Wow. That bit's Kill Bill by like probably 100.
Yep. Left in California. Are you serious? Allegedly was denied his flight back. I doubt it.
Wow.
Mike McDaniel's a weirdo.
Yes. What did you see that game? I just saw the Chiefs and Raiders. Oh, poor Brett. He was having a really tough weekend. Chiefs beat them 31-0. Got completely blown out.
Bro, by the way, people always laugh at this strategy against the tush push. That's like the only way to defend against it, man. Lay sideways. Chris Jones did it in the Super Bowl. You have to. Like
that should be outlawed probably by next year. I'm sure they're gonna have something in the offseason. They'll probably have a ban by them next year.
Because what they're trying to do, he's going to use his legs, torso, and head to try to take on three guys. And he's trying to trip guys up, and so that other guy, yeah, it's a good strategy. Rob, unfortunately, we let him down last night. Doug Martin passed away. That's crazy. Iowa fans win like 6 games, and all of a sudden they're dressing as their coach.
Yeah. I mean, hey, in 2 years, that team has become like the darlings of the college football nation, as rightfully so. They're just that well coached, and they are just really, really good at handling the coaching system. Like they put it together, and these players just go out there and do their jobs. It's just a well-oiled machine in Indiana right now.
Yep. Miami lost, Ole Miss lost, Texas Tech lost, LSU, Tennessee, USC, Memphis, Utah, Nebraska all lost. Let's see do they have any updates? Hopefully they're more updated than Hayes. Maybe not.
We are living in a world where Vanderbilt is a top 10 team right now in football. I mean, that's nuts. I cannot believe I'm in a world where Vanderbilt is a top 10 football team.
Yeah. Wave to kids. Unfortunately, it's Iowa. You guys are clowns. By the way, that's a great thing that they do, but that fan base is so bad. Like it's just, yeah. Okay, top 25. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, which they only won by 3, but Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, GT and Vandy in the top 10. Like that's
amazing.
That's insane.
It is.
Ole Miss, Miami. Miami is still top 10. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. The AP voters are absolutely horrendous. BYU again, like the top 12. Notre Dame's 12, of course.
Yep.
Freaking joke program. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Missouri, Virginia, USF. That's another school. It's like, wow.
Yeah, USF.
Louisville. Bro, Louisville. Freaking wooden bats should not be in the top 25. This is football. LSU ranked still, I guess. Cincinnati, Texas, Illinois, Ace, Arizona State, Michigan.
That's a lot of Big Ten teams in that list.
Yeah. Oh my God, $100 million to fire him. Well, that's kind of what it's going to be for us. Tie-dye uniforms. Wow. I'm not going to say it. That looks really stupid. Jared, what do you think?
I mean, it's kind of, yeah. I mean,
I like the matte black, man. I like the matte black.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm not saying that, yeah, you win the best one, but what is that? Like what? Like the duck that has a massive brain? Like what is that? I don't know what that means. Like, oh, it's a Nike set. Okay, got it. Okay, makes sense now.
What are these ducks? I don't know. By the way, Sean Collier, he's the man. He's an actor. He's on this one CBS show. I can't remember what it's called, but long story short, he was recruited to be a kicker at Penn State, and we were on vacation there in OCMD one year, and I went across the road from our resort into this bar to get a burger, and he was working the door, and I got to talking to him, and yeah, he's like, yeah, I was recruited by Penn State. I think he went to Temple and played there. And now he's an actor. Like, he's such a cool dude. But I follow him on Instagram. Like, he's not, like, famous yet, but I forget what the name of the show is. But, yeah, he's on there.
Huh. I'll say I know a lot of CBS shows, and I don't recall this face.
Yeah. Huh. Hardboiled. Preach, no Matt Rule. Katron is our William Wallace playing more than the numbers.
Nice.
William Wallace.
That's a good one.
What's the movie with Denzel where he's in is it the Civil War he's in?
Yes. Yeah, Civil War. Yep.
What's that
with
movie?
Morgan Freeman, Matthew Broderick. Yeah, good movie.
The one line in there, I forget what the one line is there, but Glory it's called. And
Glory.
Yeah, I think he won an Oscar, but Jamie Foxx, who is like one of my favorite actors, always, I think he's mentioned that one line several times from Glory.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got his whole face taped. Chuckles, I'm in danger. Yeah, bro,
I mean, dude, I'm just saying, you're talking about Denzel. I mean, not to throw out random stuff, but, you know, American Gangster, I think, is one of the most underappreciated movies in all of, like, cinema. I've watched that movie several times. I think that's a great movie.
It is underappreciated. That was a great interception. Yeah, Wisconsin took a fake punt on 4th and 19. Kicker made a great play, man.
Wow.
Trevor Lawrence since beating the Chiefs. Bro, these memes that they have for college football and NFL are freaking. Who flew all the way to London just to get obliterated? Duval. That guy.
I swear, I think Jacksonville plays at least 2 or 3 London games a season now. They might have the biggest fan base in the world.
Bro, these posts like this right here are so. Let's see what it is. The mentality at UCLA. Like they put inspiring, so you'll click through it. It's like it's UCLA. There's nothing inspiring there right now. Shut up.
Right.
Chris
But I
Farley.
will say this, dude, if they go 1-11 and we're their only win, I mean,
Who?
we have nothing to say.
Who? UCLA?
Yes. Did you freeze? What happened? I'm going to come back in if I just froze up, dude, or something. Hey, buddy, you there? Huh. Uh-oh.
Jared, did it kick you off too?
It did kick me off. Yeah, you completely froze up on me, man, so I had to come back in.
That's weird. But
Yeah.
UCLA, you said could go 1-11?
Something like what is their record? Did they win yesterday, or have they won since?
Oh, dude, I don't think they've lost since they beat us.
Oh wow, okay. I don't know the record, so I was just curious.
No, they are. Wait, yeah, 3-4. So yeah, they've literally won every game since they played. What the heck's wrong with my camera? They've literally won every game since they played us. So.
I love technology, don't you?
Oh yeah. There's Terry Smith's Canadian Football League, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, top 25 is interesting. Rashee Rice in his first game back. Oh god. Man. What the heck is this? Oh. But said he learned of his firing 30 minutes. Yeah, that's not true at all. So
no.
Stop listening to anything he says. If that guy told me the sky was blue outside, I'd go out and check just to make sure. Yeah, he's another one. He's going to get fired. He'll have plenty of time to golf.
Yep.
Hugh Freeze needs James Franklin treatment. Yep, Mizzou won. Yeah, dude, Auburn's cooked. He's interested in a lot of jobs, probably. So is John Gruden. He's interested too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban is allergic to scam. I mean,
I don't know what showing that girl had anything to do with it. That girl was really tall. Holy crap.
She was like 7 foot.
Conversations being held about Mike Norvell's future. They should have conversations, not conversations.
Conversation, yeah, I saw that too.
Nice. Oh, if they're so LAN party. I forget what that was. LAN party, short for local area network parties, were social gaming events that became popular in the 90s. I need to stay focused. My bad. He will coach again. Yep. Out of high school.
Right. Didn't say where, but
Franklin on chasing a national. I thought we were going to win a national championship there. The goal hasn't changed. We're now going to win a national championship somewhere else. No, you're not. Shut up.
Well, give him some credit. Maybe he'll get a job at a prep school. Like,
He might win one like after we're all dead. AI James Franklin might win one. But yeah, guys, like I said, I just want to go on here and talk some Penn State and some college football, and we need to support our teams. I'll finish up the comments here. Thank you guys for commenting.
Yeah, guys, this has been good.
Lord, I'm behind.
Well, we were frozen apparently.
Yeah, I was.
We both were.
Oh yeah, we will know.
I
thought you meant they said that or something.
Yeah.
Is everyone black? Yeah, that made no sense. Which John?
Yep.
No, I wasn't in Indy last year, man. Matt Rule, in my opinion, is a worse James Franklin. Yeah. K-Tron is our William Wallace. Where's Chris at? Needs his input on Matt Rule. Well, he was in the comments, but he had to go. Yeah, we don't really want him anymore, but I think he's still a consideration, honestly, whether you guys like it or not. Again, we have no power over this decision, so we can give our thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to get mad at anybody just because they throw a name out. I said Dion today when I replayed our episode from last night because there were so many spam bots in it last night. I didn't want my channel to get. But Ace Fairley passed away too. Yeah. But I said Dion. People were like, "Why would you do that?" It's like, dude. First of all, he's a football guy. He seems to have a pretty good football mind. He's probably the best player to ever walk the face of the earth. He turned Colorado around as good as he could. He's a recruiter. Like, I think he'd be a great decision. Honestly, he'd bring so much. Bro, you talk about bringing energy to the team and to this fan base. Deion Sanders and Urban Meyer. Those are the two guys that would do that. I mean, Deion Sanders would absolutely. He would just bring so much energy to this area, Yeah. Again,
personally,
whoever comes in, block James Franklin.
I'm just saying, personally, I would go with Urban Meyer over that if we had to choose between the two. He has the better cachet. Yeah. He's been to national championships.
Well, he would just have to block out the noise from some of our fans, because our fans would be like, he's not doing it right. It's like, what, do you want to win, or you want to do everything, cross every T and dot every I? How's Notre Dame 12 with 2 losses? Yeah, dude, they lost to the 2 best teams they played.
Yep.
Absolute clown freaking program. Those unis are fire. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Yeah, you're right. At least Terry has to call out issues bluntly in the presser. Yep, he's the man. Terry Smith is the man. Looks like they're going to play. There was a lot of games where I'm like, you know what? We can beat Ohio State this year because Terry Smith is at least the assistant head coach. I always thought that. I think I've said that. Terry Smith is on the coaching staff. He's the assistant head coach. That guy is 10 times the coach that Franklin is. Looks like they're going to play laser tag. Yeah. Big Ten has 5 teams, and SEC has 10 teams in AP pool. Yep. Yeah, it's the SEC, but we're at the top. As Oregon fan, I do appreciate the classic PSU unis. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're an Oregon fan, all right? Junior quantity? JR quality? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't. Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, better than the SEC has to offer. Arctic Teeth, that's not how a playoff works. Big Ten going back to back Junior Cope and Seath. Yeah, it's probably going to be a Big Ten team that wins it, unless it's because Alabama, man, they're sneaky. Georgia is pretty sneaky. Who has Ohio beaten? Oregon's best win is Penn State, and Indiana is the real deal. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, they really again, like, no offense to Ohio State. I mean, no offense, but you guys, I think aren't as good as you think you are. But we'll see how you play against Indiana, us, So
yeah,
SEC isn't the most dominant conference. Nope. Arctic Teeth, I agree, way better. I said that 5 years ago. Big Ten was going to be the dominant. I agree, way better than anything in the SEC. Everyone is frozen. Yes, sorry, guys. We hear you, J-Rod. Mark is frozen. I can't play. Bro, this J.R. Morris, Mark is frozen comment, I can't. It's frozen. I can't comment on it. I don't know why. That's weird. Maybe because it was frozen at the time. That's weird. Typical delusional SEC fan in here. Damn dial-up. Yep. Nico did get hurt yesterday. Not sure how bad it was. He did? Wow. Is that Terry Smith? Yeah, it was. The best team in the SEC last year should have lost to ASU, but got screwed by the refs. Yep. SEC is buns. Texas number 1 and Washington number 17.
I know how you feel about Archie Manning.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. I mean, dude, I just don't think they're as good as people think.
No.
The number 1 team, again, Indiana. Again, look at what Oregon did to us. We went to 2 overtimes. We're horrible. So,
well, dude, I mean, again, we were tied 3-3 until the third quarter, dude. It was a pretty unbelievable back and forth game up until that point.
Yeah, and they lost at home to Indiana. I mean, schedule-wise, Indiana should be number 1, but
do they play Ohio State this year?
Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I meant to type in Indiana football, and it typed in Indian football, and it pulled up Indian soccer. Yep, Indiana, Penn State. No, they don't. Well, they'll play him in the Big Ten title.
JR answered for us, who said no, Indiana doesn't.
But they'll play him in the Big Ten title game. So who do you rate good wins versus bad losses? No, Indiana. So you rate good wins versus they don't play OSU. Thanks, Joe Paul. Yeah, Joe Paul. By the way, man, I do appreciate the support, but something happened my account on there. So you guys will be able to support us directly on here soon. But Joe Paul, I really appreciate the support, man. So do you rate good wins versus bad losses? I don't know how to answer that. So
that's a tough one, yeah, because again, everyone's losing this year. I mean, it's a pretty all over the place situation with the college football has. Like, there's a lot of bad losses and there's a couple of good wins, but I mean, it's been more bad losses than good wins. So I would like to think that you'd have to kind of rate the good wins over the bad losses this year. So how many good wins do you have? Because we don't have
so
that.
You gotta so yeah, it's bad wins versus good losses, Murray. Yeah. So, like, for example, right now you have what the heck? Where's the top 25? All right. So right now you have, I'm going to pull it up here. In the top 25, it's kind of interesting right now because what the heck? No. Okay, so you have Ohio State number 1. Their best win really is Texas. All right, but whoever it was made a good point that they did dominate other teams. Indiana, I think they should be number 1 because they beat Oregon on the road. Yeah. They've dominated a bunch of other teams. A&M, I don't think they should be 3. They almost lost last night. Alabama, I think,
Georgia
should be higher
Alabama
up.
Too.
Alabama should be higher up.
Alabama. Never mind. Can't do that.
It should be like Indiana, Ohio State, I guess, Georgia, Bama, A&M. Oregon is, man, they're 6. Like, that's pretty high for,
Big ad.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just those top teams, man. It's just like Ohio State, to me, unproven yet. Indiana, I think they're fairly proven. A&M, I mean, Alabama's proven. Georgia's proven.
Yep.
Oregon, I don't know. Georgia Tech, I mean, it's Georgia Tech. So Miami,
Yeah, Ole Miss
exposed.
lost to Georgia. So, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, that Georgia's above Ole Miss. And Miami.
Vandy should be higher. Vandy should be higher too, man. Like, you know what I mean? It should be Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Bama, A&M, I guess Oregon, Vandy.
Who is Georgia Tech's biggest win?
That's
what I'm saying. Who's Georgia Tech's biggest win? They're in the top 7. Like, that's a very interesting thing to say.
Colorado, Gardner-Webb, Clemson. You know, that at the time that was a big win, but still not anymore. Yeah,
but it was by
they
3
haven't
points.
played anybody. They haven't played anyone.
Yeah.
But at least those lesser teams, no offense to Georgia Tech, but those lesser teams, lack of a better word, are ranked higher. You know, because they get respect, which is good. They should get that. Iowa lost to Indiana 20-15 on September. Yeah, that's another thing too. Appreciate your hard work and knowledge. Thanks, Jopa. Which snapshot in time for a win and a loss? Ask that again, Murray. I don't know what you mean. Texas A&M is not legit. Yep. Letting argue. Yep. Yeah. No, they're not. You guys are delusional. We aren't going to a bowl game. Adjust your perspective. We will be lucky to get one more win. Ceiling is 2 wins. Yeah.
I personally don't find anything wrong with that statement.
I'm saying we could still make a bowl. I don't think we are, but
Penn State's fall is the ceiling at this very point.
Penn State's fall is Ohio State's fall. No, I think they're totally separate, even though they're the same conference. Maybe they sneak into college football, but they aren't winning at all. No. OSU wins in convincing fashion. Can't take that away from them. I'll be Michigan. Nice, cool. I think it'll be a game for us in every game going forward. We have a real coach and a good quarterback. Is a 3-loss team getting in the playoff this year? Yeah, it'll happen eventually. Eventually, it's going to be like Christian Hackenberg said. It's going to be like the NFL. Get through the regular season, get into the playoff, and then once you're in the playoffs, it's a whole new season, you know, and then you try to make a run.
Right.
So Notre Dame is fine, always makes playoffs and plays no one. Yeah, it's just their logo, Notre Dame logo. Indiana hosts UCLA next Saturday. That could be interesting. Ranking is different from power rating. J-Rod, yeah.
Okay.
Snapshots in time not be a penalty for those teams win over team that falls down badly. I'm not sure what you're asking, man. Penn State not ranked when they play OSU hurts. Oh, yeah.
It's true, actually. That's
exactly.
A good point. So every time we're not ranked against Ohio State, we do tend to show up.
Penn State could be Ohio State's downfall. And last night, I was fired up for that game. I wanted us to win. We could have won because I hate Iowa, and their fan base is absolutely atrocious and a mockery of college football. What would it mean for Terry if he can find a way to beat OSU? Yeah, so I was saying it earlier. If he beats Ohio State and Indiana, man, he should be the head coach. Just block James Franklin. Don't ever talk to him ever again. You two are acting like this is 5 years ago. Most of these players will be gone. We aren't seeing anything of what next year will be. What are you two even talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. We said all that. So Ohio State beats 3 unranked or maybe 4 ranked teams, Michigan. Yeah, so exactly, yeah. But I think Indiana will play Ohio State in the Big Ten title. And honestly, I think Indiana would actually win convincingly.
Oh, absolutely. That would be something like 34-20 matchup, I think. Yeah.
I mean, Kirk Cignetti, guys, he's still unproven. He still is. He's been in D1 2 years. But I think he would scheme up a good game against that defense or that offense. And I think they would have a hard time throwing the ball, running, whatever. Most people would pick Ole Miss over Georgia Tech. Yeah, exactly. Georgia Tech is higher, but obviously Ole Miss is – yeah, exactly. I think if they played GT, they would beat them. Come on, man. I'm an Iowa fan, OL. Not all of us are jerks. All right. Well, give me a list of who isn't. You're one of them. Thanks, man. You're a good guy. 18-2 record.
Thank you, sir.
18-2 record.
What is that, Murray?
I'm not sure. We're not trying to give you a hard time, Murray. We're just kind of getting lost.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant.
Cignetti's 18-2.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ohio State fans are by far the worst. Not even close. Bro, Notre Dame is Ohio State, at least they're good. Notre Dame, literally, they still talk about beating us. That was their Super Bowl. Like, holy crap. And it meant nothing. They went on to lose convincingly to Ohio State. Then they say, we only lost by 11. That's why you're a Notre Dame fan, because you say stuff like that. Ohio State in football, Purdue in basketball. Purdue is insufferable. Notre Dame fans, man, they got to be the worst. Honestly. But guys, thank you for your comments.
Yes, guys, thank you so much.
Like Arctic T said, 179 subs away from 1,000, and we went up 2 subs in this episode alone. So thank you, guys.
Oh, thanks, guys.
But yeah, we're gonna be there, guys. Again, it's like an approval process for supporting us.
Yeah.
And if you guys want us to do a membership thing, like let us know. We will. I think, like there's certain podcasts out there where at some point with whatever you're doing, a podcast, whatever, time is money. So I can understand like the whole, you pay a membership, you talk to me one-on-one. I think that's weird. You pay someone to talk to them one-on-one. I don't know, unless you're like super, I don't know, but so I don't know about that. But if you guys want us to have a membership, I would like to make one. But again, I want to get ideas of what you guys would want from us in a membership, because I don't really want to do the membership thing, because I just want to come on here. And if you guys want to support us, you're supporting us by being on here, and you can support us through the chat and stuff. But I don't know, if you guys want a membership thing, let us know. Pitt fans are worse. Yeah, they're bad too. So Pitt is probably the only fan base that I truly hate with a passion. Like, if the Pitt Panther was drowning, I'd throw a cinder block at him.
Wow. That's hatred. Yes, it is.
Bro, their fans they're bad. Like, they are not nice.
Well, they share the same stadium with the Steelers, but so apparently it rubs off on them. I don't know. Maybe they think they're just as good. I don't.
Big Ten best and worst fan bases. Yeah, I agree, Joe. But you don't have to. It's just kind of weird. J-Rod, hardboiled it is. So I'll end it with this. Pitt played at Penn State in 2017. I was at a bar downtown. It was a bar I used to work at, and my friend, we're just sitting. At this bar, you walk in, there's couches to the right, and there's a TV, and we were sitting on the couches drinking fish bowls, they were called. This is Bar Blue. It's not there anymore, but fish bowls. It was this big bowl, like this big around, and it was just full of mixed punch. I mean, you drank one of those things, man. It had tequila in it. Like, you drank one of those, man, you were seeing, everything was moving. But we were sitting there, and he hops up, goes over to the door, and he's acting like he's the bouncer. So he starts checking IDs, and every time a Pitt fan came in, he would charge him $3. So he was there. I don't know how long he was there. I can't remember, but he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think the bar, like, they knew he was with me, so they were just like, it was funny. But eventually people caught on. He kept waving in the Penn State fans. He didn't even check their IDs. He just kept waving them in. And then he'd stop Pitt fans, check their ID, charge them. And eventually everyone's like, why are Pitt fans just being charged to come into this bar? I mean, never really had a problem with Notre Dame. Oh, they talk a lot of crap, man. I'm glad personally you haven't had an experience with them. They do think they are better than, yeah, absolutely. And the Pittsburgh media covers them like they are the only university in the state. Yeah. Well, the only good program is in Central PA, so. But yeah, guys. Put your comments below if you want us to have a membership, what you would want in that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but we'll see. But all right. Jared, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, happy to do so, bud.
We'll talk more about the Steelers episode, Jared.
Yep.
I know you had spoken about wanting me to come on for an episode here and there, like mid-season, stuff like that.
Yeah. Just give like
But,
a heads up and see where we are, where we're going to go. I mean, it's going to be a tough schedule coming up. I mean, we've gotten through the week stuff and now we're getting into the gauntlet. So,
yeah. I mean, later Arctic Teeth. Yeah, like
thanks, bud.
Losing to Bengals is peak Mike Tomlin. They do. I said it Thursday at work. I said they're going to lose tonight. Watch,
Yep,
they're going to lose.
I said it too. You saw my episode. I said we were going to lose. I predicted we were going to lose that game because it's Thursday night. It's on the road. It's AFC North. It is just his freaking Achilles heel. He won't get over it. So hopefully, again, they're not going to have another tangent to deal with like that again. They're not. Like the Jamar Chase and T. Higgins thing, there's not another tangent like that in the NFL. So Green Bay doesn't have that set up. Neither do the Colts. So I do believe we do have chances to win those games. But again, I'll get into it.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Jared, I didn't mean to piss you off. We will see you guys Tuesday.
Hey, you guys have a good one.
See ya.